solar charged eufy SoloCam S340 is something that I was very excited to unbox and get installed because I would have to say this is one of the most feature-packed solar-powered security cameras on the market today. Inside the box, you're going to get the solar panel itself, which has two different mounting options, which I'll show you here in a little bit. It has a nice protective film, which I do recommend you keep that film on there until it's fully installed. I was just doing that for the unboxing. There's a 1/4-20 mount here on the bottom so that you can mount it either on your roof or auxiliary location or directly on top of the camera itself. You've got all the cables that you need. You got an extension cable so you can position that solar panel away from where the camera is if it's not optimal sunlight. But look at those two lenses. You've also got a 100 lumen spotlight built into this, but you have a 3K and a 2K telephoto lens with 8x hybrid zoom on this camera. This thing really could see everything that you need it to see. On the back, there is a USB Type-C charging port, or this is also the port that you're going to plug the solar panel in when you've got it fully installed. You also have a couple of different mounting options. You can have it underneath a soffit or an eave, or you can mount it directly to a wall or a flat surface, but you do have those two options for mounting this camera. You also have a mount and adjustable ball stand for the solar panel itself. This is going to go directly on top of the S340 camera, or you can position it away from the camera if you need to get better optimal sunlight onto that panel. But let's get it set up in the app first. I recommend setting it up in the app before you go out and install it. You're just going to select the S340 SoloCam from the app. You're going to go ahead and connect it up. You can record internally to the SD card or connect it to a Homebase 3, which is what I'm doing in my case here. It is going to connect via Wi-Fi. Just hold down that sync button until you hear the beep, and then the app is going to display a QR code that you will scan with the camera itself to finalize the connection. It will connect pretty quickly, and then make sure you check for any updates after you've named and placed the camera. You can customize the battery settings. This is set up for forever power. You do not need to plug this in. You can have it positioned so that the solar panel can charge it up. They give you a ton of information inside of the app, and I kind of just blew through that, but you guys can go through that when you set the camera up yourself. Let's get this thing installed. They give you a nice little handy guide so you can know how to drill the holes for the mounting plate, and it is important for you to look at the instructions for this mounting plate because it does only go one way on this back side or one way from the top side, depending on how you're installing it. They include all the hardware that you need, so all you have to do is follow the directions and then clip it right in there. In this case here, you can see that I have the solar panel connected directly to the top of the camera, but you can optionally connect the solar panel away from the camera if you need to get better sunlight. Fortunately here, I've got it pointing directly due southwest-ish, so it's going to get plenty of sun and stay charged forever. In fact, it only needs 2 hours of sun daily for it to be fully powered all the time. So it gets plenty of sunlight and will be forever powered. The streaming feed of the S340 is also fully encrypted end-to-end encryption, so it is extremely secure, and you have this dual feed format that you can select, or just a single feed format, but you can record both the telephoto lens and the wide angle lens simultaneously so you can see everything that it is seeing and get that nice close-up detail while it's tracking. Speaking of tracking, that is one of the things I've been very impressed with, the on-device AI that not only recognizes humans but also vehicles and animals. And with that 100 lumen spotlight, even at night, you get color night vision tracking. So here's a late night Amazon delivery, and it follows the delivery person right up to the front gate there, so I can see exactly what she's doing. I'm sure she's doing everything by the books, but at least I have the footage in case something happens. With a 360-degree Guardian, there really are no blind spots with this camera, and you can even set up 4 preset viewing positions so you can quick and easily access them or even have them cycle through the various positions. You can also set a default position. This will be the position that it always returns to when it's done tracking an animal or a human or a vehicle. I think this is a really example of our awesome house cleaners coming in to clean our house and how it just follows them so smoothly from the front gate all the way to the front door. It like does a full neck bend all the way behind the camera itself towards our front door. It just follows them the whole way. And you can also hear some of the audio coming through here. In fact, after watching this clip right here, I decided that I'm probably going to be lowering that camera down so it can look completely behind itself and that eave won't obstruct any view. So really think about that when you're placing these cameras. Is it going to be able to maximize that 360 view where I'm placing it? This SoloCam here is guarding our entire front yard area and has been doing a fantastic job tracking humans and animals that come through this area. I even managed to catch my Moxie pest control tech when he came out. Yeah, I caught him. Well, you listen. Let me know if you guys know what song he was singing. I thought that was pretty cool. Nothing better than having a great attitude doing your job. You can connect it via Wi-Fi or Homebase 3, has color night vision, works with Alexa and Google Assistant, and don't forget about that motion activated 100 lumen spotlight, and there's also a 90 decibel siren, which can definitely scare away intruders. The built-in spotlight was impressively bright, and one of the things I didn't really think about is the fact that because it tracks human motion or vehicles, it actually moves the light where the activity is, which is a great benefit not only for capturing the footage, but also just illuminating our path as we're driving up and down our very dark driveway. And I'm not really sure which is brighter. You guys let me know, the spotlight or the full moon in the background there. As always, there are links in the description of my video here. I would appreciate you guys' support by clicking on those links and checking out the eufy SoloCam S340 and find out for yourself it is the right solar camera for you.